Hi, I am Zhanet, and for years, I wrestled with the English language like a clumsy wrestler against a greased pig. Grammar rules felt like booby traps designed to humiliate me, and vocabulary seemed like a sprawling jungle with no map. I dreamt of speaking fluently, confidently, and without that nagging fear of sounding utterly ridiculous. But every attempt felt like climbing a linguistic Everest in flip-flops. Then, one day, I stumbled upon a secret that wasn't really a secret at all. It was simply a shift in perspective, a way to approach English that was less about rigid perfection and more about playful engagement. And it started with embracing the chaos. First, ditch the fear of mistakes. Seriously, embrace them. Imagine mistakes as little linguistic stepping stones leading you to fluency. Picture this. You're at a fancy restaurant, trying to order a sophisticated-sounding dish. Instead of saying, "I would like the salmon fillet," you accidentally declare, "I want the fishy thingy." Yes, it's embarrassing, but it's also memorable. You'll probably never forget the word fillet again, purely because of the hilarious blunder. See? Stepping stone. Secondly, immerse yourself in the language like a duck in a pond. Don't just study textbooks, watch movies, listen to music, read books, even if you only understand bits and pieces at first. Think of it as a delicious buffet of English. You don't have to eat everything at once. Just sample what looks interesting and enjoyable. For example, maybe you start watching sitcoms with subtitles. You might not understand every joke, but you'll pick up everyday phrases and idioms. Plus, you get to laugh, even if you're laughing at the subtitles. Next, find your tribe. Speaking English in a vacuum is like trying to learn to swim in the desert. Find a group of people, either online or in person, who are also learning. Share your struggles, celebrate your successes, and most importantly, practice speaking without the pressure of being judged. Imagine a group of you trying to act out a scene from Shakespeare, only to end up mixing up lines and costumes in a hilarious mess. Laughter is the best language teacher, I promise. Don't underestimate the power of repetition. Learn new words and phrases, and then use them relentlessly. Find creative ways to incorporate them into your daily conversations. For example, if you learn the word ubiquitous, try to find opportunities to use it in your conversations. Wow, pigeons are truly ubiquitous in this city. Your friends might look at you strangely, but hey, you're practicing. Be a mimic. Listen to native speakers and try to imitate their pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. Don't be afraid to sound silly. Record yourself and listen back. You might cringe at first, but you'll also identify areas where you can improve. Imagine yourself trying to imitate a British accent, ending up sounding like a pirate with a lisp. It's mortifying, maybe, but also incredibly funny and ultimately helpful. Break down complex grammar rules into smaller, manageable chunks. Don't try to learn everything at once. Focus on one aspect at a time and practice it until you feel comfortable. Think of it as building a house, brick by brick. You wouldn't try to build the entire house in one day, would you? Unless you're a superhero, of course. Most importantly, be patient and kind to yourself. Learning a language takes time and effort. There will be days when you feel like you're making no progress at all. Don't get discouraged. Remember why you started, and keep practicing. Visualize yourself confidently giving a presentation in English, telling a funny story to a group of friends, or finally understanding that obscure lyric in your favorite song. Find topics you're genuinely interested in and learn the vocabulary related to them. If you love cooking, watch cooking shows in English and learn the names of different ingredients and cooking techniques. If you're passionate about science, read articles and watch documentaries about scientific discoveries. Earning vocabulary in context makes it more meaningful and easier to remember. Finally, Remember that speaking English easily isn't about achieving perfection. It's about communicating effectively and connecting with others. It's about sharing your thoughts, ideas, and experiences with the world. So, embrace the journey, laugh at your mistakes, and keep practicing. You might stumble along the way, but you'll eventually find your footing. And when you do, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. Trust me, the view from the top of that linguistic mountain is breathtaking, even if you're still wearing those flip-flops.